Hello there, Antony Carpen here in the wonderful surroundings of Cambridge Guildhall. I'm just filming this short video post basically to talk about, well, it's been a bit of a bad week for democracy locally, where my dragon Puffles almost got thrown out of a local council meeting, as you've probably seen in a recent video. Have a look at the link below. And also where we were barred from asking a public question at Cambridgeshire County Council because their constitution for emergency general meetings doesn't allow questions, and we've also just been barred from filming at a planning inspectorate's local plan hearing because apparently we didn't give enough notice, or didn't give any notice, which seems inconsistent with the recent changes to the legislation which allows members of the public to turn up and film any local council meeting. The reason why I've not insisted on the right to film is because the meeting is a planning inspectorate's meeting rather than a local government one, even though it's being hosted here in the Guildhall. I've escalated it with ministers through my local MP, in fact, well, two local MPs, as it sort of turns out, because I kind of straddle, my part of town straddles both Cambridge and South Cambridgeshire constituencies, in terms of not just where I live, but also the voluntary work and just general community action that I do. It covers both Heidi Allen and Daniel Zeichner, MPs respectively. So yesterday we had the huge gathering at Great St Mary's Church called Supersize Cambridge, which I was commissioned to film by the Federation of Cambridge Residents Associations. It was also held in conjunction with the Cambridge Commons group. Now, the whole premise of the meeting was really, if anything, to echo or hear people's views on the expansion of Cambridge, in particular with regards to the city deal, but also sort of related both the local plan process, which I was hoping to film here today, and also the devolution deal that's coming up. And interestingly, there were a wide range of views, certainly more wider than I had originally anticipated, ranging from just complete loss of or lack of confidence in the city deal processes to kind of if I can call it, an historic view from local historian Alan Brigham, who basically gave what I thought was a masterclass in local history to say, look, this is how Cambridge has grown in the past, so therefore what we are going through now is not unprecedented. And I thought that was a really useful contribution to make. The contribution I made to the meeting, kind of like filming and photography aside, was to encourage local residents to turn up to local council meetings that are happening in their neighbourhood, and also to again raise the issue of young people not being involved in the decision-making processes. The reason being is because in particular teenagers are disproportionately affected by the changes that are happening to the city, in particular with regards to transport infrastructure, simply because so many of them use either buses or trains or cycles to get to and from college or their places of work. So obviously one of the things I've been concerned about in this entire process is we haven't really heard their, if I can call it, their collective voice, and I think this has been, one of the major shortcomings of just the entire, if I can call it, local democracy systems and processes, where we're not getting out and about into schools and getting things systematically in place to get young people to really start engaging regularly with the decisions that are taken really on their behalf at the moment, to, in order to get their insights and ultimately get them to influence those decisions that, ultimately affects them. After all, it's their city and it's their future too. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.